Hi, my name is Joe Kempe with the iPod Repair Clinic. I've been fixing iPods since 2003. One of my favorite iPods is the iPod Mini that came out in 2004, approximately 2004, 2005. And what we're going to do today is we're going to show you how to change a battery. This is a very, very delicate iPod, so you have to be really, really careful not to put too much pressure on certain connectors. And I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay? This particular iPod, I believe, is a first generation Mini. It has a weak battery in it because it's been sitting around a while, so I suspect that the battery is probably swollen, which is very typical for a lithium-ion battery. But I'm going to show you all how to change this battery. So the first thing you want to do is use a plastic spudger. Now I use a plastic pry tool. I like the smaller version of it. And what you're going to do basically is you're going to just dig under the face and you're just going to go around and remove the plastic top. You're going to come down to the bottom, do the same thing. Just going to pry it between the plastic and the metal. And what you're going to do is you're just going to pry it up a little bit. Now there's a lot of adhesive, but that's okay. It's supposed to be. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to use a flat screwdriver and gently undo the brackets at the bottom. Just pick up one side at a time. Just very gently. Pick up one side, and that should release the bracket. Then you do the other side. And be very careful not to injure the cable. Now this, if you take a look at this, this is a very, very delicate cable. Now, if you get too aggressive, you will tear that cable. You will tear the cable off the connector. So I'm going to show you very gently how to do this. And what you got to do very methodically, you just got to pry on one side and pry on the other side. Go side to side, side to side. I do this about 4 or 5 times. Just gently, gently, no pressure. Go pry it side to side. Once you have it up, you can just pull it back like that, and you can start working now on the top. On the top, you'll have 2 screws. The 2 screws are Phillips screws. I recommend you using a high quality screwdriver because if you strip these screws, it's going to be very, very difficult to get them out. So what you want to do is just use a very high quality sharp screwdriver. Once you have the 2 screws out, set them down, and you're going to very gently, using your finger, just press at the bottom now that you've released the click wheel connector. And you will see that the entire section comes out. On this particular one, as you see, there's a battery and a 4 gigabyte micro drive. Micro drive is a very nice but very low capacity drive. Nice meaning it's very quiet, but this is a very good iPod for upgrading. This battery has been changed once before. This is not an original battery, so it's probably very easy to just pull it out. What you want to do is, using your nail, hold down the battery connector. If you just pull it out straight, you will rip the battery connector off the board. So what you want to do is secure that connector to the board, holding it firmly with your fingernail, and just kind of wiggle that thing out, and it comes out. This is another battery, an aftermarket battery. Unfortunately, there are no Apple batteries out there, so all you have are aftermarket batteries. You plug this in, plug it in. This is a pluggable battery. Some of them are soldered. This particular one plugs in. It fits into the same area, the same space. And then what you want to do is just kind of help that wire out of the way. Because what you're going to try to do now is make sure you don't have any, I use my shirt sometimes to clean the screen. But what you're going to do is slide the module back in very gently, making sure that the battery cable doesn't get snagged. So you're going to have to help it a little bit. And once you have it past, okay, it already wants to wake up. Didn't go that time. Back it up. Don't get too aggressive with this little guy. And what you want to do is just bend that cable out of the way, bend the battery terminals out of the way. Really, battery wires, really. Okay, once you have it past, all right, well, it's there. And you see it's already woken up. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the bottom. Now let's see how it's working. And I always test the iPod before I finally close it, because I want to make sure that I don't have to open up again. I like to do a job once and done. I never like to, there you go. Everything seems to be working. There's a bit of a charge. I think that's a wonderful, this is a wonderful battery and a wonderful cable. So then you want to put back the screws at the top and use a magnetic screwdriver, so it makes it kind of easy for you to find the screw in the hole. And then what you want to do is go to the bottom and put back the bracket with the adhesive facing outwards. So what I'm going to do now is slide in this bracket, put one side in, then you're going to use your screwdriver very gently and kind of just help it find the slots. And you're going to go back and forth, making sure that it's nice and even. And make sure it's clean because you're going to put this thing in, and you don't want anything, no adhesive or anything like that, to prevent you from getting a flat seating of this thing. This has to be seated nice and flat. It doesn't work on one side, send it on the other side, and again, you got to make sure that it goes in nice and flat. Sometimes they have to just readjust the metal. There you go. Heard the nice click there? So that's in nice and flat. You see it's flush. And what you're going to want to do is just kind of squeeze it down so it's nice and flush at the bottom. The top is very easy because you've got this oval hole and you got the switch. Make sure that if the switch is to the right, make sure this switch is to the right. Go ahead and plant that in place. And make sure that it also is flush. And you can see that the switch works at the top and your click wheel works. So that's how to change a battery on an iPod mini. On another video, I'll show you how to upgrade the iPod mini using a CF card and how to go beyond. I have one that has 128 gigabytes. To have that much space on a little package like this is unbelievable. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on another one of our repair videos.